Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is John and this is your Modern Tech Breakdown. Today I'm taking a look at the latest developments in the ongoing battle between TikTok and the US government. Let's jump into it. All right, before I get to the read, let's recap where we are in the ongoing TikTok saga. It's been a little while since it's made news. You'll remember that in April of this year, Joe Biden signed legislation that requires TikTok to be sold or banned in the United States. As predicted, the CCP-controlled TikTok decided to sue to stop this ban from taking effect. And now we have some recent filings from that lawsuit that are a bit interesting and worth a little deconstruction. So here we have an article from the Wall Street Journal outlining the latest court filings. Let's read a few interesting bits. TikTok collected data about its users' views on sensitive topics and censored content at the direction of its China-based parent company, the Justice Department said on Friday, making its most forceful case to date that the video sharing app poses a national security threat. The sensitive topics TikTok tracked included the views of its US-based users on gun control, abortion, and religion, the Justice Department said. All right, so TikTok was capturing data on what interests people have. What a surprise. A social media company has data on what its users want to see? Shocking. This is so beyond obvious that TikTok would collect this data. I find it interesting that the Wall Street Journal would report this fact in this manner. It's so obvious. All social media companies do this. But what is interesting is the claim that TikTok has censored content on behalf of the Chinese Communist Party outside of China. So let's scroll down and dig into this claim. Intelligence reporting further demonstrates that ByteDance and TikTok Global have taken action in response to PRC demands to censor content outside of China. Casey Blackburn, a senior U.S. intelligence official, wrote in a filing supporting the government's position. So we know that TikTok censored content based on, quote, intelligence reporting. What is that reporting exactly? I guess we're just supposed to take the government's word that this happened? Don't get me wrong. It's very believable to me that this happened, that TikTok censored content based on direction from the Chinese Communist Party. But this evidence seems weak, and it seems to boil down to take our word for it. Trust us, this definitely happened. It probably did happen, but this is not compelling evidence to me. Okay, so what else do they allege has occurred? TikTok US, by its own admission, is merely a conduit for content moderation decisions made by the Chinese entities, a Justice Department official said. TikTok employees relied on ByteDance-developed software to share information and at times sent significant amounts of restricted U.S. user information over this software to colleagues in China. The Justice Department said it based its conclusions in part on revelations that the TikTok employees had sent significant amounts of restricted U.S. user data to colleagues in China using ByteDance's internal communication system called Lark. ByteDance operated Lark on servers in China, which meant these communications were stored there and accessible to ByteDance employees located in China, according to the Justice Department. Okay, so someone in TikTok's U.S. operations slacked some data to a U.S. counterpart. I mean, it's not great, but it's not surprising. I mean, most organizations have this occurring probably all the time. I would expect that China honestly probably has direct access to all of TikTok's data. This little anecdote that someone shared some data through an internal tool isn't really earth-shattering to me in that way. But that's about it for this story. The US government contends that TikTok shared data with China, which I'm sure they did and do on a regular basis. They also contend that TikTok is censoring content based on direction from the Chinese Communist Party because the US intel community says so. Well, I bet that has occurred, but forgive me if I don't take it on the word of the US intel community. To wrap this one up, what is going to happen to TikTok? Honestly, I have no idea. The courts have to decide what is more important. The rights of foreign owners of a social media company, the free speech rights of Americans, or the national security concerns of the United States government. Honestly, it seems like a rather thorny issue, and I wouldn't dare guess on how the courts may decide this one. But that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.